Hi everyone, it's Toray and welcome to another LFR tank guide. I make these guides for new tanks who have no idea what to do. I will simplify this fight so any noob can tank it and look like a pro. Welcome to this fight. This is the Iron Quan fight. It is a 2-tank fight and has 4 phases. Best thing to do when starting this fight is to make sure you put a marker for a stacking point. For when the tornado phase starts, everyone knows where to go. When the tank pulls, it's best to hold them in the center. You need to taunt at 2 stacks of impale. The boss will continue to use this ignite spear, which he takes a spear and throws it on the floor at a random person. It will just basically spread out into many lines of fire. Just don't stand in it. Molten overload happens when his maximum energy bar is filled. If he casts this, then you're really in a bad LFR group. By preventing his meter going up, you can stack in groups of 5, which makes him use one of his special abilities. And these are the abilities you want him to use so he can use his energy meter. Molten Inferno, it's a raid-wide damage attack that deals moderate amounts of damage. Just by stacking 2 to 3 people together, he will do this ability on a person. Unleash Flame is an ability he casts on the largest amount of people clustered together. This will also cause a large amount of his energy to be used. When his health reaches 0, he will jump off his mount and go on to the next mount. He will gain similar abilities and some new ones. He will gain Strike Spear, which is just like the Ignite Spear, except it does lightning damage when it lands. The next ability you need to watch out for is Arcing Lightning, a debuff that is cast on a random raid member. A cloud appears above the player, causing them to be stunned for 30 seconds and absorbing healing done to that target during this time. While stunned, the player deals damage to nearby allies. The stun cannot be dispelled, but players can be freed from this effect if another raid member moves close enough and clicks on the cloud. Windstorm is a spell that he casts not often, but once or twice in the fight. He flies up into the air, pulls all the raid members to the center of the room, and then he summons large numbers of tornadoes. This is why the group stands on the beacon, so no one ever gets hit by the tornadoes. Once again, once his health reaches 0, he will jump onto a new mount. Now this mount is the Frozen mount. It will have frozen abilities. The first thing, just like the ones in the past, you have the Freezing Spear. He will chuck it on the floor and will make freezing damage to anyone who stands near it. Another ability he will cast is Frozen Resilience. It's a reflect, so be careful when you cast those really big attacks. A new ability that he will perform is called Dead Zone. It is a shield that pops to the left and right of him. So what you need to do is you can only attack him from the front and the back. So don't waste your time DPSing when the shield is up. Run around to the front of him or the back of him, and if you're caught between a tornado, just wait it out. Don't rush, don't get yourself killed. Wait until the next time you can place yourself correctly. Okay, so if you reach the last phase, his health has dropped to 0 and now he's on the floor. He has no more mounts to jump onto. This is the abilities you need to watch out for. Rising Anger is a stacking self debuff, increases his damage by 10%. This stack is applied every 10 seconds. You really want to use Lust in this phase. Fist Smash is an ability that he uses and he casts it regularly. This is raid-wide AoE damage. Ignite Cyclone. He will ignite one of the cyclones that are remaining in the back to do massive AoE damage to the raid. Freezing Cyclone. It's the same thing as Ignite, but it will start freezing people and people will become stunned and lose 5% of their maximum health every 2 seconds. Okay, so let's break this down as fast and as simple as we can. Number 1, mark the stacking point for Tornadoes phase. Number 2, tank swap at impales. Number 3, don't stand near any spears. Number 4, do not stand in anything that glows. And number 5, loot. That is just broken down as fast and as easy as possible. I hope this guide has helped you in downing this boss. Fairly simple and fairly easy. If you like the content, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, or leave a comment. Later, everyone.